Something has gone badly wrong at Strictly Come Dancing. Or at least, that's what a huge number of viewers are now saying after the BBC's latest hosting decision triggered an immediate backlash online. Because the moment reports emerged claiming comedian Josh Widdicombe would front the next era of Strictly alongside Willis and Johannes Radebe. The reaction was explosive, and some fans are already making one brutal prediction, that this could be the beginning of the end for Strictly itself. More on that in a minute. But first, if you enjoy sharp UK celebrity coverage, television drama, and the stories everyone suddenly starts arguing about online, subscribe now, because this story has genuinely stunned a lot of people tonight. For years, Strictly was untouchable. Saturday night comfort television, huge ratings, huge stars, a program that felt almost too big to fail. But over the last few years, something has shifted. The cast changes, the backstage controversies, the growing complaints from longtime viewers that the show has lost its original identity. And now this. Because according to new reports, the BBC has chosen Josh Widdicombe as one of the major new faces of Strictly going forward. And judging by the reaction online, many viewers simply cannot believe it. The article revealed that Josh is expected to join Willis and Johannes Radebe in a major presenting shakeup designed to push Strictly into a new era. But instead of excitement, the announcement appears to have triggered confusion, frustration, and in some cases, outright anger. Because the comments underneath the story became brutal almost immediately. One viewer called the decision the beginning of the end. Another simply wrote, "Doomed." Others said they would stop watching entirely. And what makes this even more fascinating is that Willis herself is actually receiving a fairly positive reaction from many viewers. A lot of the backlash appears to be centered specifically around Josh Widdicombe. People questioned whether he has the right energy for a huge Saturday night entertainment show. Others criticized his voice, his comedy style, or claimed they simply do not see him as a natural fit for ballroom television. Several viewers even openly asked, "Who?" And that is the dangerous part for the BBC. Not because Josh Widdicombe lacks a career. He clearly doesn't. He has been on television for years. He's established, he's experienced, he's worked live television before. But Strictly is not just another panel show. This is one of the BBC's last remaining mega formats. A program that depends heavily on warmth, familiarity, and mass appeal across generations. And the audience reaction tonight suggests many people simply do not associate Josh Widdicombe with that kind of mainstream Saturday night glamour. In fact, some comments compared the move to the disastrous post-Jeremy Clarkson era of Top Gear, when viewers felt the chemistry and identity of the show collapsed after major presenter changes. That comparison keeps appearing for a reason, because audiences become emotionally attached to entertainment formats, especially long-running British shows, and when viewers feel producers are forcing change rather than naturally evolving the format, backlash can become intense very quickly. What's particularly striking is that some fans were already nervous about Strictly before this announcement. There had already been growing criticism over cast shakeups, rumors of declining excitement around celebrity bookings, and concerns that the program no longer feels as fresh as it once did. Then came the hosting drama. Reports suggested major names were considered. Rylan Clark was heavily discussed online. Zoe Ball was seen by many fans as the safe and familiar option. Tom Allen was reportedly involved in chemistry tests. And yet somehow, Josh Widdicombe emerged as the choice that appears to have surprised viewers the most. One comment even claimed the BBC had conducted an online poll where Josh allegedly received just 7% of votes. Now, obviously, online comments are not always representative of the wider public. That is important to say. Strictly still attracts millions of viewers. Many casual audiences may not care about the presenter change at all. And there were some supportive comments too. A few viewers called Josh refreshing, or defended the decision as a left-field gamble that could actually work. but the overall mood underneath the article felt overwhelmingly negative. And perception matters, especially before a new series has even launched, because television success often depends on momentum, anticipation, excitement. You want audiences talking about the celebrity cast, the dances, the glamour, the music, not spending days arguing over whether the new host is the final nail in the coffin. That phrase appeared repeatedly, and some viewers went even further. This will finish the show. Strictly is over. Legacy ruined. I won't be watching anymore. Again, that may sound dramatic, but the BBC cannot completely ignore this kind of reaction, especially at a time when traditional television audiences are already fragmenting. Because here is the bigger issue underneath all this. Strictly is no longer competing only with other Saturday night shows. It is competing with streaming platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Netflix, short-form content, podcasts, and an audience with shrinking attention spans. Which means viewers need to feel emotionally invested enough to keep returning every single week. Many fans tonight appear worried that the BBC is misunderstanding what people actually loved about Strictly in the first place. The warmth, the glamour, the escapism, the chemistry, the sense of occasion, not irony, not awkwardness, not trying too hard to reinvent something that already worked. And there's another layer to this backlash too. Some viewers believe the BBC keeps making the same mistake across multiple programs. A few comments directly referenced Question of Sport, arguing that major presenter shakeups damaged that show beyond repair. Others referenced Top Gear again. In other words, there is now a wider perception among some audiences that the BBC struggles when replacing iconic television personalities. That may not be entirely fair, but perception becomes reality very quickly online. And the pressure on Josh Widdicombe is now enormous before he has even officially appeared on screen. Because if ratings dip this year, people will immediately blame the presenting changes, fairly or unfairly. That is now inevitable. And perhaps the strangest part of all this is that the BBC reportedly wanted to make Strictly feel more fun again. But instead, the announcement itself has created one of the most divided reactions the show has seen in years. Some fans are defending the lineup, others are horrified. Some say they will give it a chance, others claim they are completely done. Which means this next season of Strictly suddenly feels far more important than anyone expected. Because this is no longer just about a presenter announcement. It's become a test of whether the public still trusts the BBC to protect one of its biggest entertainment brands. And if viewers really do start switching off in large numbers, tonight may end up being remembered as the moment people first realized Strictly was entering very dangerous territory. Or the backlash could fade completely the moment the live shows begin. That is the gamble the BBC appears to be taking. But right now, one thing is absolutely clear. People are talking about Strictly again, just perhaps not for the reasons the BBC hoped. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe now for more UK celebrity and television stories, because this Strictly backlash is only just beginning.